Rush. Tonight we're brought to you by Devon Home Entertainment Centers, where you can get instant credit on the spot at all Devon stores throughout San Diego County. Hi there, thanks for making it back here for another full hour of stereo simulcast rock and roll here at KGB Rocks 10. I'm Sue Delaney, and I gotta warn you, we've got a hard rockin' show for you tonight, and it's not for the faint of heart. So to kind of ease you into it slowly, we'll get started with an easy one from Robert Plant and the Honey Drippers. Here's Sea of Love as KGB. We're back to KGB Rocks 10, and it's time once again to honor Rush with a place in tonight's video spotlight. This Canadian trio has never been more popular than they are now. Their last LP, Grace Under Pressure, was released nearly 6 months ago, but it shows no sign of slacking off in sales. And by the way, if you've noticed that little P with a line and a G under it on the record, it stands for Grace Under Pressure. Pretty tricky, huh? Well, anyway, here's a triple treat from Rush, starting out with The Enemy Within as KGB Rocks 10. Molly Hatchet and Satisfied Man as KGB Rocks 10. Time for tonight's video news. Jimmy Page, whose last regular gig was guitars for Led Zeppelin, has announced the formation of a new band. It's called The Firm and features ex-Free and Bad Company vocalist Paul Rogers, along with Chris Slade and Tony Franklin. Look for a new album out January 2nd and a U.S. tour to begin on the East Coast in February. We'll let you know if The Firm is heading out our way. And Steve Perry is back with Journey after his successful solo LP earlier this year. They're working on a new album and the soundtrack to an upcoming film called Vision Quest. There's news from England that an album of demos by famous artists has been released. Included are rough tapes of Pete Townsend, Peter Gabriel, Dire Straits, and more. And finally, Gene Simmons of Kiss had to cut his hair really short for a role in the new movie Runaway. But that didn't hold him back when the band made their new video, Heaven's on Fire. We'll show you that video in just a few minutes. And if you look closely, you might notice that Gene is wearing a wig. Now let's lift the lid on San Diego's top 10 albums as KGB Rocks 10. Well, what you say we call it a night. And tonight's Rocks 10 was sponsored by Devon Home Entertainment Centers, where you can get instant credit on the spot at all Devon stores throughout San Diego County. We'll be here next week with some Julian Lennon, Scorpions, U2, and a Dio Donkin concert preview. So we'll see you here next Saturday night at 11:30.